Okay, guys, I know you like movies a lot, and the Niger movie I'll be reviewing today has it all. I mean, true friendship to betrayal to true love, yes, to cheating wife to a dominating wife, to power to love to plenty knocking scenes. I know that is where we are going to see you all, yes, and to the typical Nigerian police doing their usual things, and of course to the Nollywood movie makers doing their oversabi things and overdoing so many things in this movie. Yes, for today I'll be reviewing the popularly talked about movie titled Blood Sisters. Oh yes, a lot of you have seen this movie already, so yes, I'll be reviewing the movie today because I just watched it. However, before I continue, kindly click on the subscribe button to be a part of this channel. Thank you. Now let's dive into Blood Sisters. After I just watched this movie, the first thing that came to my mind was, wow, great casting. Like seriously, these people really did a great job with the casting of the movie. So yes, the first good thing I'll be talking about this movie before I talk about the casting is the sounding. Of course, the sounding is great. You know, Netflix owns this movie, so what do we expect? They have the money to actually hire a very great sound engineer to handle that part for them. The editing was so great, it was so nice, there was no jump cut and all those issues that we have in all these other Nollywood movies on YouTube. The subtitling was great. I mean, it was fantastic movie. And now the costuming. See, I will not lie to you. I love the costuming of this movie. Like, the best costume for me was Kate Henshaw's Ashoke for the wedding. Like, I love the Ashoke, the embroidery, the style. It actually brought her character out. Like, merely seeing that, you would know the kind of woman Kate Henshaw was in this movie. Oh, I also love the wives Ashoke as well, and the embroidery for the wedding. Like, they really did a great job in that movie with the costuming. Yes. So okay, another good part for me was the storyline. Yes, the storyline is not the typical storyline that we see in the Nollywood movie industry, so this actually makes it different and special in a way. So I like the storyline as well. And now to the casting. So they did a great job with the casting, I'll not lie to you. After the movie, I mean, I was trying to feel what Nancy Isime went through, and our friend Ini-Dima Okojie. Like, these girls really did a wonderful job. They did marvelous jobs with their casting, taking up on that kind of role. Man, they really did a great job. I love the casting so much, and so for that, I'll be talking about the casting one after the other. The first set of people I'll be talking about here are the blood sisters, are the friends, the true friends. Nancy Isime, who acted Kemi, and Ini-Dima Okojie, who acted Sarah. Oh my goodness. Like, just remembering their scenes and from this episode 1 to the episode 4 of this movie is still giving me goosebumps. Like, girls, you killed this movie. What? I wasn't expecting that from them. If you're familiar with Nancy Isime, you would know that Nancy Isime has never done this kind of movie before. I mean, a movie that requires a lot of energy from her. This lady was oozing energy right from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie. Like, wow. Ini-Dima Okojie too, the same thing. And one part that I really like the most about these girls is the part where Nancy Isime had to fight Ramsey, Nouah, the bodyguard. Like, girl, that part was actually nice. Yes, no doubt about that. Like, she actually fought Ramsey Nouah, and then they escaped, and then they brought that hut. Yeah, that was what happened in that scene. I like that scene. And that scene where this doctor, you know, when he carried it, in my mind I was like, this doctor is too nice now. Like, nobody can be that nice to strangers except he has an ulterior motive. This is Nigeria, excuse me. This is not Obodo Yibo, so I know what I'm talking about. So until they actually got to his house and then realized that he's an organ trafficker, and I was like, yeah, I knew it. I knew this guy is up to something. This guy cannot just be nice to these girls now. Okay, so these girls really tried their best. Kudos to them, and I look forward to seeing Nancy Isime and Ini-Dima Okojie together in more movies in the future. If you're familiar with Kambili, yes, those are like the two recently, popular movies. You can relate to this. Two great actresses. And now to the second person on my list is Kate Henshaw. This is not my first time of seeing Kate Henshaw in action, but in this movie, she totally killed it. The lovely mother who doted on her son, Kola, and the mother who is angry and does not like Femi, is her first son, and Timeye, a daughter. Like this Timeye was her only girl child, though. So come on, babe, what happened? She really killed that role very well. The condescending manner she was looking at Sarah throughout the movie, you would know, yes, this is power talking. This is money talking. Like, that lady was oozing it out from her body, her stance, her dress, the way she talks, and everything. Yes, she really killed the role. She tried her best. And oh yes, I love her dressing in this movie. I won't lie to you. That dressing, yes. The dress was showing, I'm rich, I'm powerful, get out of my way if you're not in my league. Yes, that's just the kind of dressing she had in that movie all through. And she actually depicted the typical rich folks we have in Nigeria that use money to have their ways all around, throwing money around. When I saw the way she treats these are three children and how she treated Kola, specially, something in my mind was telling me that is it Okojie Baba kono ko lo bi awon ọmọ yìí fún, or probably something happened when she gave birth to Timeye. I mean, we can understand, okay, probably Femi came from another mother, until we actually found out that Kola was the son of her lover, a man she loved deeply, while the other two were just the children of her husband. Yeah, we can put it that way. So that is Kate Henshaw in this movie. Everything was just bam for her. And the next person on my list here is Deyemi Okanlawon. Kola, Mr. Kola, the wife beater. Like, man, Kola didn't last in the movie, just episode 1 from the beginning to a particular point, and that was it for Kola. He was beating women and came in a bit to save herself and Sarah from his hands. Oh, she shot him. Yeah, shot him, and then he died, and then they had to bury his body somewhere so that people would not find out that they killed Kola. I mean, that was just Kola's part in this movie. Well, so far, I would say that Kola actually tried in his role. I know Deyemi Okanlawon is actually a great actor. We've seen his other movies, especially in Omogeto. Yeah, so, yeah, we didn't see much of him in this movie, so we can't really say. But the little that he did, yeah, he tried his best. And the next on my list here with me are Femi and his wife. I mean, Gabriel Folayo and Kenny. You see, before I watched this movie and I saw that Gabriel Folayo was there, in my mind I was like, babe, you're watching this movie. Like, this guy is there. I've always loved Gabriel Folayo right from when I was in SS1 or 2, I can remember. When he acted Because You Loved Me, he was Jimmy then. In fact, today I call him Jimmy. Anywhere I see him, like, Jimmy. Yeah. So Femi actually did a great job in this role, and his wife Kenny, like, lady, man, you really did a great job here. Like, this lady had to go and chop up just to have the physique of a wife that is dominating, a bigger wife, that has a better physique than her husband. And Gabriel Afolayan is on the big side a little bit, so she has to chop up, add weight, and so like that. Guess what? Babe is back to being the hot babe that she is. Yes, you can check her Instagram and you will see there. So they actually did their best. I won't lie to you. Everybody knows Gabriel Afolayan is a very great actor. Like, to me, he's one of the best out there, if not the best out there. Yes. So when I saw them in the movie, I was like, okay, wife is in control and the husband is just the man with no nerves, to do all the biddings. Yeah, the wife actually pushed him till he became the head of the company for the family, and she was still there for him all the ways, running all the bad errands for him and, helping him, cut corners and so on like that. They really did a great job, and let me not lie to you, they were like my favorite couple in the movie. Yeah, they're my favorite couple in the movie. Minus the Anakin scene, minus the Anakin scene. I like them a lot. Yes. Okay, she's the dominating wife, the controlling wife in the movie, and she was loyal to her man. Like, okay, now that Kehinde Bankole died in the end of the movie, I would love to see Kehinde Bankole going toe to toe, head to head, face to face, maybe feet to feet, everything with Kate Henshaw in terms of power and money. Like, if they can actually give them a movie script to act, I'll be so glad to watch it. Yes. So now let's talk about Timeye. She actually killed her role for someone new in the Nollywood industry. Like, come on, girl. A drug addict? Like, babe, you tried. Jokes apart, the banters she was throwing, the shades she was throwing up and down. Like, auntie, you tried, don't be small, low. So she really did a great job, and the fact that she actually stood up to her brother Femi, and the love-hate relationship she had with her mom. Her mother obviously does not like her, and she on the other hand was trying to do everything to please her mom, and upon all of that, the mother still never give a damn about her. She really tried with her role. She killed it. She actually depicted, I don't have a bad mom. I've never come across a bad mom, so I don't know how bad moms are. But she depicted the role of a daughter, a child that was always seeking the love and the acceptance of her mom. Yes, so she did a very great job. And yes, let's talk about Kola's best friend, Akin Daniel Etimefio. Okay, I've seen this guy in numerous movies before, Nollywood movies, and I know he's actually a great actor, and he actually acted that part very well. He's the best friend, and sometimes the people that are close to you, you don't like, you'll be the last to know of their demons. I mean, of whatever it is they're hiding in their closet. He never knew his best friend was a woman beater. Like, he beat all of his girlfriends in the past, and he never knew all of those. And I understand where he was coming from and why he decided to help those ladies, despite the fact that they killed his best friend. It's all about domestic violence, and him not knowing about the fact that his best friend who died was always beating his girlfriends. I think he wanted closure in some ways, and that was why he was so keen on finding out if really Kola beats his girlfriends. He found out, I guess he just could not sit down with it, and he had to like walk up to the inspector to tell him about it. That is my opinion about it. I don't think he went out of his way to help those girls in any way. That's just it. And let's talk about the inspector. The inspector was an unusual character in the movie, and honestly, I blame the inspector, because let's say that the inspector has farabale, has calmed down. They wouldn't have actually sent him off the case, and he would have still been able to save those girls. But you see, at least thank God they didn't kill them. Sure, he was doing gara up and down until they had to like take him off the case finally. Our officer Chicago in question, Mr. Wale Ojo. I like this man too. And yes, the other thing, you see how the police officers were collecting bribes up and down, just to close the case and paying the old stuff on those girls' head as per the mother's instruction. Thank God for the money anyways. And just like that, and well, that's the typical Nigerian police officers for you. Don't be me talk hamo, don't remember to hear I'm from. Thank you. And other actors and actresses are in this movie. We have Toyin Abraham, we have Joke Silva in this movie, and the ex of Sarah. I don't know if such love exists though, but that guy really, really tried for Sarah, from the old beating to helping them escape to, he was there for them until the point of death. I won't lie to you, his death really, really, really pained me, because I feel the guy doesn't deserve it. Like, no, he doesn't. They could have made it that, probably sustained injury and then he survived. Sarah lost almost everything. Her man, the man that really loved her, and her father, who also has stroke already. So, well, that's it. And yes, we have Uche Jumbo, who acted the motherly role in that movie. I was glad to see Uche Jumbo acting a mom in a Nollywood movie. Like, it's so unusual. Uche Jumbo that we always know, is one sissy girl now. It shows that this people are getting older anyways. Yes, so that's just it about the movie. Now, like I said, this movie has the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's talk about the bad part. The first thing that had me confused in this movie was the kissing scene between Kate Henshaw, who is the mom, and Okanlawon, Kola the son. Okay, I understand she loved the son exceptionally. She always doted on him and so on like that. But a kissing between the mother and the son, mouth to mouth, like a mini French kiss, that was not a peck. You cannot call that a peck for me. Like, that was outrageous. That was too much. That was overdoing things. Even the white self, like the Hollywood standard they are trying to like copy, they don't do such. So why are we having such in the Nollywood scene? I don't get it. A mother and the son. What happened to a peck here, a peck on the side cheek, a peck on the head, a peck on the nose, stuff like that. But it has to be mouth to mouth. When I first saw it, I was telling somebody that, is the mother knocking the son? And then we found out the mother is not knocking the son. Or maybe they were even knocking each other and they did just say it. Like, I don't understand. That scene is, I can't wrap my head around it, and I don't intend to wrap my head around it. Second bad part of this movie is the spelling of the Nigerian police that we have there. I don't get what exactly they are trying to paint out there. We have the Nigerian police, and then the A is missing and the O of the police is missing. Are they saying there is no money to fix that because that is how the real thing is in real life? Or is it that they are trying to probably avoid some issues? I don't get it, because the cars they use have the correct spelling of the Nigerian police. So it's that part is actually, I don't know, a bit confusing. I mean, it's one bad part of the movie that they actually did not try to elaborate on or anything whatsoever. Why we had it like that, nobody made mention of it. Maybe the Valley Joe, the inspector, the DPO, or anybody, it was just there like that. And the third bad part of this movie, which I would call a plot hole, was when Kemi and Sarah actually killed the journalist or the photographer that took their picture in the hotel when they were coming out of the hotel. I mean, after running over that man, a bag dropped, and then she ran into the car and they left the scene. What happened to the bag? That's a very huge plot. Or what happened to the bag? We do not have any idea. I mean, it was just there like that. Maybe in the season 2 they will explain more about it. And then the photographer part. I believe the photographer part, to me, is a big plot hole that they just didn't tie properly. They didn't tie it properly. Okay, Sarah ran over the man. Kemi's bag dropped. Like I said earlier, she forgot the bag there. Did this man die? We don't know. Did he survive? We don't know. If he died, who found his body? We don't know. How come nobody was able to even link up the whole thing together with the death of Kola and those girls? No idea. They just left everything hanging like that. Well, I believe this movie is going to have a season 2, and they'll be doing more. Maybe they would bring in the photographer again and then show us that he didn't die, and maybe have a case with those girls later on for attempted murder. We have no idea. And now to the ugly parts of this movie. As good as this movie is, as great as the casting and the costuming, the sound, the subtitling, and the storyline is, we have some ugly parts to this movie. The first one for me is that naked scene in the bathroom when Deyemi was fighting one of our, a fagbo drug addicts inside that place. And I was like, okay, why did they have to show us this particular scene? And they're telling us that we have evolved, that we are civilized by showing us naked scenes. Is that civilization? They showed us that they were fighting, when they were trying to sleep at a point. That place where they fought in the bathroom, this could have been over food, but they had to show us nakedness, some boobs and some bum bum. For what reason? It doesn't make any sense. Honestly, it doesn't sit well with me, because I would call that going overboard for an Hollywood movie. That's the one ugly part I have about this movie. And the second one is the knacking scene. Please, I don't get it. What is with the knacking scene in this movie? Any small thing they are knacking, any small thing they are knacking, any small thing they are... Why? Excuse me, what is going on? Why were they knocking all the time, even after a cold-blooded murder of Blade? Oh my goodness, how can I forget about Blade? That guy. Even if it was to be my first time as an hired assassin like that man, I would never ever carry that kind of job out in that crazy manner. What was he making eye contact with Kola all the time to know, oh yeah, big guy, I'm seeing you, looking at you, looking at you. Like, really? Guy, you need to go and learn, no. You know be Blade, I beg, I beg, I beg. Change his name from Blade. This guy don't try. Like as I was saying, they finally killed Blade, and then the next thing is to knock again. I'm just trying to understand the knocking scenes in this movie, because to me it is pointless and we do not need it. Remove the knocking scenes from this movie and this movie would still be very, very nice. And another part for me was our Inspector Chicago, Okojie, going after that case like, nah, it's something more personal, like it's... Honestly, I've never seen a Nigerian police like that before. And we all know it is not relatable. It looks like a scene from the Hollywood movie, from one Hollywood movie, like a police officer when others have gone, have collected bribe, one side to go rogue in a very good way. It doesn't happen in Nigeria. It's either the man just keep quiet and keep silent and not take part in the bribery, all of the thing, or just leave the department. But now going after that case like that, no. It's totally unrelatable. Although the guy actually did his best, he actually acted it very well, but that particular role when he was going overboard with went to house to harass, if police officer is going to harass, he would have collected order. Let me use collected, taken order, permission from his officers on top before. And if they want to harass you, you need to be like the enemy of the president. It's not enemies, not anything. You are going there to harass. It doesn't happen in Nigeria now. So that part is just totally unrelatable, honestly speaking. Remove all these parts from this movie would still make sense and it will still be great. And that is just it for me. So now let's talk about the rating of this movie. I was telling a friend that this movie is a wannabe American movie. And if you are to compare it with the Hollywood movie standard that they were trying to attain so bad, then I would say it is a total failure, a total disaster. Honestly speaking, it is. Like, if you want to follow the Hollywood standard, make the script Hollywood, make everything more looking American than the normal Nigerian movie. And now let's take it back, let's take a step back and decide to compare with the Nollywood standard. I would say that they actually tried, minus the ugly parts of this movie and some bad parts. They tried. Well, for me personally, I would still rate King of Boys over it anytime, any day. Yes, because King of Boys is totally relatable, like totally relatable. Anybody can watch it and you can start pointing fingers at those actors and say, oh, this is this in real life, this is this in real life. Yes. That is it. For that, if I'm going to be rating this movie, I'll be rating this movie 5, 6 over 10. Yes, at the end of the day, when I watched the movie, as I did great casting, I honestly told myself that this movie was not worth the hype I was seeing all over, because I understand everybody was trying to compare it with the Hollywood movie. If you're trying to compare it with the Hollywood standard, then it's a total disaster. That is it. So let's just leave it as a Nollywood movie and compare it with our standard Nollywood movie and say, okay, they tried. But like I said earlier, it is still King of Voice for me, and I can't wait for that season 2 of that one. Okay, yes, before I continue, before I wrap things up, click on that subscribe button to be a part of this channel, the like button, and drop your comment in the comment section. What do you think about Blood Sisters? Do you think it is worth the hype? Who is your favorite character? So now that we've come to the end of Blood Sisters, we are patiently waiting for season 2. Seems Gabriel is gone, Kinde is gone. Hopefully they tell us that they survived the bullet wound, because I really wish to see more of Geneveva in season 2, going to toe with Kate Henshaw. Both of them are so power drunk, they would kill anybody that comes their way, that block their path to their success. So that is just it, and then I'll be seeing you some other time. Thank you. Bye.